Is this a giant slap in the face? Hello, my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris. I'm the Batman statue collector, and thank you for joining me this morning or this afternoon or whatever you're watching. But today I want to talk about kind of some breaking news from Infinity Studios. Now, it's actually kind of funny because we've been talking quite a bit about Infinity Studios here on the channel recently, or just busts in general. And Infinity Studios, they don't make just busts. They make a lot of different things, but of course, busts is what everybody, they're drawn to those busts because they're really quite incredible. Of course, they're very expensive. And again, we can debate whether busts are better than statues. We could do that all day. But at the end of the day, this is very, very interesting news. Of course, a lot of you that have purchased certain busts from them, we got this news, and I'm actually going to read it off of their post from their website and Facebook, okay? And so I'm just going to read it to you, and then we're going to digest it, because again, I think this is obviously going to tick off a lot of customers, but it's just really interesting. So let me just read it to you, okay? It says, "Greetings, everyone. We regret to inform you that some of our products may have exceeded our product edition size quantity during our pre-ordering and manufacturing period. Please understand that we have no choice but to cancel some of the orders for the following products. The first one is the Infinity Studios and Penguin Toys life-size Dark Knight Rises Selina Kyle," and that's the one that we've been talking about here on the channel, okay? Also, the Infinity Studios and Penguin Toys life-size bust of Aquaman. Massive piece, Jason Momoa. Really impressive piece. I think it's one of their best. Infinity Studios and Penguin Toys life-size Mira. Okay. I don't know how many they sold of her because a lot of controversy with 𝗵𝗵 Heard. And then Infinity Studios, Penguin Toys, Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman has been in production for years. She's been around for a long time, and some collectors are just now getting her, but some collectors have had her for 2 years. And it says, "We will contact our distributors individually before we confirm each cancellation. We sincerely apologize to our collectors and distributors for any inconvenience that they may have caused in this matter." So, what is going on here? Okay, so it reminds me very much of the old Seinfeld. If you ever watch Seinfeld, Seinfeld is my favorite show. And there's a great episode where it's about the reservation. It's like he made a reservation, but they overbooked. They overbooked when he got there. And he's like, your only job is to hold. That's the most important part, the holding of the reservation. Because you have a reservation, you expect to be seated, right? So if you have a pre-order and you pay your deposit, your non-refundable deposit, you're supposed to have a product, right? Unless that product is completely canceled, right? But this is not saying that the product is canceled. We've already seen it shipped. But they're saying that there was more orders that came in that went over the edition size, that went above the manufacturing agreement. So let's say the factory says, okay, we're going to make 500, but there are 1,000 orders, but the ES is only 500. So you're like, how does that possibly happen? Well, people asked Infinity Studios this question, and Infinity Studios actually answered. And they say, "Hello, this is mainly because some distributors have submitted their orders without paying the deposit. If you went through a reputable seller, your order is likely secured. So please double check with your seller regarding your orders." And they go on to say, "Thank you for your understanding." So, okay, again, let's deep dive a little bit here. If you went through a reputable seller, so I'm thinking Sideshow. Is Sideshow going to have all of their orders met because they offer the Infinity Studios bus, right? I would assume that they are considered a reputable seller. I mean, they're one of the best sellers in the world for these type of products. So I would imagine if you guys ordered through them, I would assume, at least, again, I don't have any inside information, but I would assume that you're going to be okay. I'm assuming that they're maybe talking about resellers, okay, or somebody that maybe isn't actually a store with a license to sell these things. I don't know. Again, I'm just guessing. But the interesting thing is that they say some distributors have submitted their orders without paying a deposit. How is that possible? Why would Infinity Studios take orders without a deposit from the company? Or this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was a business and I was going to order, let's say 10 from Infinity Studios, you're telling me that Infinity Studios didn't take any money from me up front? I don't buy that. Like, that is insane business, right? I mean, does that make any sense to you guys? And I'm curious as to how many we're talking about being canceled here. Like, how many were over-ordered? Kind of insane, right? Kind of insane. So, you know, I've seen some comments. People say, well, maybe they just took the money up front and it's like a free loan and then to fund production of other products. We've heard of other companies doing that. That's not cool, right? That's not cool. So again, I feel like something like this is going to put, you know, kind of like this asterisk in people's minds and say, is it safe to order from them? Or is my order going to be canceled? We've seen that from other companies as well. Whenever the production, you know, they don't reach their goal, their target goal of production. So sometimes items are canceled because there's not enough interest. Well, there's interest with these busts, clearly, because they overdid them. I mean, they over-ordered. I'm sure they're kicking themselves now because they could have just had an open ES on these. Just really interesting, right? So again, I just want to share what they said with the community. Again, they made it very public. So let me know what you guys think, because again, I'm kind of just dumbfounded that this could happen, especially on, I mean, they're kind of passing the buck on the distributor a little bit, but it's not the distributor's fault. It is their fault for not taking a deposit, right? I mean, again, who allows orders to go through without a deposit up front? I mean, handshake agreement? In today's world, I just can't imagine that. I just can't imagine that. So maybe I'm wrong. Again, I don't know all the ins and outs of this stuff, but it's just interesting from an outsider point of view. Say, like, what the hell's going on here? It's very interesting. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I also want to just take a second here to thank each and every one of you that watched the 𝗏𝗲𝗄𝐵𝐵𝐶𝐵 Awards. That was absolutely awesome. I took a day off yesterday from doing videos, so just to kind of recoup from that. So again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Got a lot coming up this weekend as well. So anyway, again, I'm just kind of dumbfounded by this whole thing today. So I thought you'd be interested and hear my take on it. And I would love to hear your take as well, what you guys think about this particular story from Infinity Studios. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click that notification bell. And if you want to take it one step further, consider hitting the join button down below for early access to our videos, bat boxes, other perks like producer credit in the video and things like that. So again, I cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you do here on the channel. I love each and every one of you. Hope you have a great rest of your week, great weekend, and I'll see you right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody.